Well, hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So, if you can look in the distance there, you see two paddocks away. Looks pretty nice, big and tall. A little bit of brown, mostly green. Next paddock over, mostly green, tiny bit of brown, and then all this brown here. So let me explain what happened. So the one two away in the back there was done into 4 sections, except down here towards the barn. It was done into... It would have been 8 if I would have kept the pattern going. So didn't hit it hard, hit it pretty hard. And I'm watching the regrowth because we just came through about 10 days where the heat index was 90 to 100 every day. Some days the actual temperature was 95 and the heat index was almost 100. So very hot, fairly minimal rain. So I'm comparing that with this. Now, the main thing I'm looking at here is soil temperatures. So I got my little soil probe going here, and it shows 77.4 in case you didn't see it. And as you can tell, where I pulled it from was a fairly bare patch of soil, which is what I wanted to test. So this is similar to an ultra high density grazing. Now, if you talk to the ultra high density grazing purists, I didn't do it right. Basically, I didn't hit it hard enough is what they mean. Now, in all of this stuff, I want to check the soil temp. Now, ideally, I find a really thick patch, and I test it there because that would give me the best results to skew the results of my test the most to prove I'm right. So, we're just going to shove that in the soil there, and now I will have to wait and see what that says in a minute because it'll take sometimes 5 minutes to get completely... acclimated to the weather, or to the temperature, I should say. So, but again, this is looking good. So the difference in the grazing that I did there and here, they were on this whole paddock for 8 days. They were on this one for 8, one in the back for 6, because like I said, I tried the modified down here, maybe 5. But I wanted to look at regrowth. I wanted to see how it was going to do in the summertime, because a lot of these folks that talk about ultra high density, they claim that they have great green shoots like you're seeing here in about a week. So you have bare soil to this in about a week. And I can say that there's a week difference from here to here. Actually, that's probably really accurate because this is about the 8-day mark here, but this would have been... So yeah, this is about a week difference right in here. So that's what I mean though, folks, is if this truly works, then everything they're saying is right and fairly correct from what I'm seeing. Down to the dirt, not down to the dirt. But my issue that I have with this is how does it work with the rains? So as you see here, this was fairly down to the dirt, more than maybe I would have hoped. And we just went through, like I said, about 10 days of 90 to 100 degree heat index with minimal rain. So we'll see, because this had a bunch of rain. The cows were off of it well before they were off of this. The cows weren't even on this for 2 weeks, maybe going on 3 weeks, because we went on vacation and they're behind the barn eating round bales. So we'll see later on exactly how well these sides do. For now, it's looking good. Like I say, this has had about 2-3 weeks of rest. This is about 2 weeks of rest, 1.5 to 2 weeks of rest, depending on the exact day, you know. But for now, it's looking okay. And like I say, folks, I want to do all these tests so that you don't have to. So you don't have to worry about it. So that you can just come out and pet your crazy black barn cat that wants to bake in the sun and be really, really hot because it's goofy. All right, folks, let's go check that soil temp now. So this soil temp checking that I'm doing is something I want to see just how different the weather is between the sections that I grazed here, right? Because the problem that I see with this type of grazing that I'm doing is that I'm now going to bake this soil till there is no moisture left in it whatsoever. And the problem I personally have with that is what are you supposed to do in the summertime when it's, well, 95 degrees out? You know, like if it's that hot out, it's baking that soil. Let's see if I can get a good reading in here if it turned off on me. 70.3. Oop, there we go. 70.3. Okay. So, what would that be? About 4 degrees different, folks? I know never do YouTube math because someone will always point out in the comments how you're wrong. But 4 degrees different soil temperatures at the same depth, because I put the probe in at the same depth, and this is just a generic meat probe, and that's probably 4, maybe 5 inches deep. So there you go, 4 or 5 inches into the soil, 4-degree difference. Now the reason that's a problem for me is that you need much more rain to cool this soil back down to make the plants grow far better. And you need much more rain because that is already able to keep more moisture in the soil because it's cooler. So the sun is baking this and pulling all of the moisture out of this. Now here, just for giggles, let's see if we can do this real quick. Let's take a nice thick patch of grass. Oh, I almost stepped on a cat. Now let's check the temp real quick right here. In the baked out section, but still in a patch. So that's what I mean, folks. The grazing type that you choose really can affect soil temperatures and everything from the top down. You know, if you go with this method, the ultra high density, graze everything to the dirt method, you're going to have water issues because you're not going to be able to get it into the ground, but that means you need longer recovery. However, you're going to get it if you take the pastures and section them out differently. So let's say this needs 60 days to recover, but if I do it my other way, it only needs 45 days. Well, the other way, I may only get 30 days of recovery. So are you really better off? I don't know. That's what I'm testing. So I still have 24 more days up in here with all of this, plus what's behind my barn and some stuff over in the corner before I ever even get to these sections here, which is going to give us another 24 days. So with these sections here and this alone, that's 48 days before I come back to this. Then add in my other sections behind the barn that I got going, and then you're looking closer to 60 days, like what a lot of folks say is ideal. All right, let's check the temp real quick. See, it's still hotter over here. It's 72.5. So bare dirt, 74.4. Bare dirt, but in a thick patch, 72.5. And completely wide open or completely covered in grass, 70.3 or something along those lines. So there you go, folks. That's the difference. It's quite interesting if you ask me. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one.